many of you have heard of karma before?
Oh, my best friend.
Okay. So karma, this is similar to the karma we know. But during one's lifetime, a person collects karma. So say that I'm going through reincarnation, right? Or I was born and I haven't been reincarnated yet. I'm going through life. I collect karma as I'm going through my life. Karma is the principle that determines how the person will live their next life. So as I'm collecting karma through this life, it determines how I'm going to live my next life when I'm born. This is what they believe in. So there's good karma and bad karma. A person who collects good karma, so I'm living my life, I'm collecting good karma, I keep collecting good karma, I then can be reborn into a higher level of creation in the caste system. So say that I was at the lower level of the caste system. Remember we talked about like slaves? Say I was living in the slave life, right? Well then, I had good karma throughout my life. That life that I was living as a slave. So since I had good karma as I was living as a slave, then when I'm reborn into a new life, then I am going to be higher up in the caste system. So then maybe I'll be a peasant. Or maybe I'll be in a king and queen family. So if you have good karma, when you're reborn, this is what they believe in, guys.
So smart.
When you're reborn into a new life, you move higher up in the caste system. So you might have like kings and queens. You might have peasants, emperors, farmers, soldiers, slaves. So if I was maybe I was a peasant, and I had good karma throughout my life, and I died, and I'm reborn
With bad karma?
with good karma still, then I'm going to go higher up in the caste system. If I'm a slave and I had good karma throughout my life and then I died and I was reborn, then I would move up to maybe a soldier or
What about bad karma?
So we're going to get to that. So good karma, you move up.
Yeah, what about
Bad karma. If a person guilty of evil thoughts. So if I'm living my life and I am a peasant and I'm living my life and I have evil thoughts and I'm doing bad things, then I will be reborn when I die. I'll be reborn to a lower level. So then I'll be down as a soldier or a slave.
Oh, so you have bad karma, you go down?
Even as an animal. So if you have bad karma, then you might be reincarnated and reborn as an animal.
Oh.
So that's how karma works. And this is called the samsara. So they live through their lifetime and are reborn depending on what type of karma they have. If they're good, they do what?
Go up.
If they have bad karma, they're reborn in worse places or worse as a worse person or harder life. Okay. Now, finally, a person who collects good karma. So, say I'm living my life, I'm getting good karma, I'm reborn, I'm getting good karma, I'm reborn. So I keep moving up, and I'm getting good karma all this time.
Bad karma.
Throughout several lifetimes. So maybe by the time I've lived my 5 lifetimes.
Bad karma.
You can eventually escape this reincarnation samsara cycle and achieve enlightenment called nirvana. So finally, if I have lived my life 5 times with good karma, then I go to heaven and I'm done and I'm not being reborn anymore.
I know.
That's what they believe in.
She's just gonna be stuck at the gate.
So it doesn't go on and 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 on. You're always reincarnated. Eventually, when you have good karma after good karma after good karma, you will go to heaven. And you're done. That's what they believe in.
My phone's
So
over
this
there.
is the Hinduism beliefs. Interesting, right? Okay. Here's another belief. In addition to several religious principles, Hindus accept 10 commandments of disciplines. So they have wait, did we have to answer anything on this one? Oh, how would you describe karma? I said and also highlight nirvana and put heaven. Okay, I'm gonna highlight Nirvana so you guys know what Nirvana is. Highlight it. Down here. Put heaven.
It was a good idea and then you messed it up. Okay. So where?
Bless you. Okay, please guys, stop talking. There should not be excess talking right now. Tell me, how would you describe karma? I said when you have good karma, you are higher up. When you are evil and have bad karma, you move down in life. That's how I described it. I cannot. I can zoom in maybe this much more. Then you have to underline your evidence. So I would put this. Good karma can be reborn at a higher level. And guilty or evil
stuff
will be reborn at lower level. There's my evidence. So your slide should
Good
look like this.
karma, good karma, good karma. Yo, that's wild. Oh, I forgot to unline the N. Oh, that's smart.
Okay, we're on this
1,
one.
2, 2, 3. And with me, you see, I'm hot.
So I'm going to continue talking. You guys can go to the next basic belief slide. They have 10 commandments that they believed in of discipline.
Wild.
The first one, I'm not going to pronounce all the names because I can't.
I
So the first commandment
Plain, I can read.
of discipline that they believe in, or have to follow, I should say, is truth. They have to follow truth. They have to follow non-violence. Cohen? Follow along. They have to follow avoidance of adultery, no desire to possess or steal, not being corrupt, meaning corrupt means like have someone, sometimes my, when I go home, my friends will be like, your daughter corrupted me, meaning like she made me, no, they tell my dad that. My friends would be like, I was corrupted by your daughter, by me, meaning like I changed the way that she was, like I'm a bad influence type of thing. So they said not being corrupt, so they can't, no.
They're in a
We just joke around about it and say that. I would say, oh, my friend's a bad influence on me, Dad. That's why I act this way. But no. So not being corrupt means like they can't be corrupted by anyone. They can't have anybody change their, influence them to be a different person. Cleanliness. So they have to be clean. Contentment, meaning they have to be happy. They have to be okay with where they're at. Reading scriptures. They have to read scriptures. They have to persevere, or penance, meaning like they have to move on in life. They have to not give up. And the last one, they have to do regular prayers. So they have to follow these 10 commandments. I want you to answer this question. What do you think is the most important commandment, and explain why? Put it here. Choose one of these. What one do you think would be the most important and why? Go ahead and answer that.
Anyway.
Like when you're an adult and you, how do I explain this?
Right there's the time.
Like you have to avoid, let me think of how to explain this.
10 seconds. How long have I been doing this? That's our schedule.
Well, it can, but I didn't say it the right way.
Calendar. Oh, no, sorry. No, read
What? What do you mean?
right there.
It's hard to explain, isn't it? I thought you were going to help me out here. Choose one. Okay, guys. Choose one of these and explain why this is the one that you think is the most important. Like me, I would maybe choose nonviolence. Why is it the most important? Because it's teaching everyone has to follow to not be violent with each other and obey the laws. But you choose what one you think.
Oh my God. No, I didn't.
What did it say?
I was taking pictures.
Yeah, you can read it.
Why is it not?
can't read none of these. I'm finna just take one on God. Okay. Copy.
Okay, so avoidance of adultery. That's what I thought. Yeah. So they have to avoid, like, cheating on each other. They have to avoid, like, being with someone else when they're with someone.
Wait,
That's a command
what's
that
number
they have
9?
to
I mean,
follow.
8. What's number 8?
Reading scriptures. So, like, reading verses in a Bible or reading
Oh.
whatever they believe in.
I like that one.
Okay, does everybody have one picked?
What do you let's put
Okay, last slide. Well, before we answer the question.
Explain.
Change over time. There are 4 major periods of history of Hinduism. We have the Vedic period, which most holy texts were written down. Basic beliefs were formed in this period. So this is showing us how Hinduism has changed over time. We have the epic and classical period. I shouldn't hear talking. Epic poems composed. We have the M word and the R word, Mahabharata and the Ramayana. I don't know. That's when the caste system was created. Then we have the medieval period. During the medieval period, this is just showing you how it changed over time. During the medieval period, it developed numerous schools of thought. So there was a lot of thought into the type of schools that they wanted to develop. And then the modern period, which is today. Why are we talking when I am talking? I could just give you these slides and you guys can read through them and figure out what it means by yourself if that's what you want. Stop interrupting me. Things that you guys say you need to keep in your head. And this has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Think before we speak. So the period for today, increased contact with Western culture. So they are increasing with who they're contacting to be in their religion or follow their religion. And this says 979 million followers of Hinduism today. I know our chart said like, what, 1.1 billion? Yep. So I think they rounded up on here or something. Okay. Then this is a picture of the Hindu gods. You have Vishnu, Shiva, and Brahma. All right, this is where we have to answer these questions. So you're going to do Command C to copy the sentence, and then Command V to paste it. Okay? So yeah, this one. The Veda is the most sacred scripture in the. Oops, I'm gonna go. I'll do it with you. The Veda is the most sacred scripture in this religion. Which one did we say it went under?
Where? Number 2. The yellow one.
It was the yellow one, number 2. Now, if you're like, what? How do you know that? Go back to the slide here. If I go back to my
which one?
Slide where it talks about the Veda, right here. Most sacred scriptures, that's the core beliefs.
Goes where?
Okay?
The yellow one.
Then we're going to copy and paste the next one. I will tell you, number 2 and number 4, the yellow and the orange, have 2. The rest will have 1.
I can't get it. Got it.
Click Command C.
Let's see. Come on, V.
Or is yours Control? Control C. And then click in the box and click Control V. Did it work? Okay. All right. The caste system. So we want to know, is it the common reasons, their core beliefs, they're diverse, change over time, or the development of culture? The caste system, so this is when they talk about the social classes that determine the jobs and the responsibilities of Hindus. Do you guys think this one is the common reasons, their core beliefs, diversity, change over time, or their culture? Development of their culture. So I'm going to paste it in this. So you should copy and paste that one and put it here. Because that's how their culture developed, through that system where they're in this level, you're this level, you're this level, you're this level. So we're done with that one. Yeah, delete it when you're done, when you write it. Okay, Hindus in urban areas. So this is where remember we talked about the city, or the more populated area and the less populated area.
We have to delete it too.
Yeah. Worship a village of God and goddesses. Where do you think this one goes? Think about it. Would it be common reasons for adopting a set of beliefs? Would it be core beliefs? Would it be diverse, internally diverse, or change over time? Let's look back. Look at this section. Look at where we talked about urban areas and rural areas. What's the highlighted thing up top right?
Control C.
Yep, 3.
Control.
Okay, do you want to do this on your own? Because I have like 3 people following along with me right now. Huh? I'm asking. Then follow along with me, you guys. I'm not going to do this for you. I think a lot of you are just like, huh? Okay, highlight it, go there. Okay, that goes there. I don't know why I put that there. Because I'm not listening, I'm not paying attention, because Miss Melnick will do it for me. Or my classmate will do it for me. You are not learning anything. Follow along. Listen. You need to know why you put it in there. So, urban areas follow the 3 sects, while those in rural areas worship a village of god or goddesses. That one is talking about diversity. And your words are going to move, so you just got to move your box down. So that is diverse because they're talking about how these people in this area follow this, and these people in this area follow this because they live in different areas. Think of our school. We're very diverse in our school. Our school has lots of different languages, lots of different cultures. So if you think of these different areas have different people. So it'd be diverse. That one's done. The supreme God is Brahma, and all gods are seen as a single form of this God. What slide was this talked on? What slide did we talk about Brahma and all the gods? Slide 10. Right here. So what key claim is on slide 10? No. Here we're talking about Brahma. What's our key claim right here? Core beliefs. Do you guys get how I'm getting this?
Yeah.
I don't know why we're reading all sorts of different things. So,
Oh my god, I took a picture of
Is it the
this one, the supreme God is Brahma, and all gods are seen as a single form of this God. This one goes under core beliefs because it's what they believe in. They believe in the one main God, and then all these gods and goddesses. So that is a core belief. So now we're done with the yellow. So we need 2 in here and 1 in here. So let's look at this one now. Let's see if we can find it on the slide. By completing enough good deeds and collecting enough good karma over multiple lifetimes, Hindus achieve nirvana. Which slide and which key claim was talked about when we talked about karma? Eduardo. Number 1. If you go back to slide 8, it says right here, karma, and then if you look at the key claim up here, it talked about common reasons. Yep, so you're going to highlight and put that one in number 1. So, what do we have left? Yep, and orange has 2, so you're just going to highlight both of these, and I'm going to talk about them. You're going to highlight both of them and just paste them in there. So poetry became very important during the epic and classical period. Remember, that's over time when we're finished. And then the caste system wasn't created until this, so that's changing over time. Both of these deal with time and change, so that's why they go under the key claim of religions change over time. Do we have them? So your slide should look like this. Sal, do we got them? I hope so.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. When you're done, I need you to put your computer away, put your notebooks away, put your names on your paper, put them in your notebook, and then sit back down. Nope, don't turn it in yet.
Guys, don't you guys ever, guys, don't leave. Guys, no. What do you guys, no. What do you
Okay,
think
I'm
this
gonna
is?
time you. On your mark.
Okay, bye guys.
Get set.